All right, first start your handheld, then start your radio, then press the start button and start MyNet. When you start MyNet, you might get pop-up windows. If any of them stay, hit either hide or dismiss. Don't hit cancel for any of them. Then look right here on the screen and see who you're signed in as. If that is not who you are, go to Tools, up and go to Sign In. Here you can change, put Add New, click inside the box, then press the keyboard button, and you can back out whoever that is and just say 25, and then you would need to also change it here to 25. Hit your keyboard button and then press done, and then you can check to make sure. Right here it'll say Tech 25. Once you get that done, across the top you're going to need to wait until you get 2 E's before you're able to sync your worksheet. Alright, if you end up with just 1 E or 1 H, you're going to need to press the internet button. Hang on, get rid of that. Press the internet button, and if you get a pop-up, just hit hide. And you need to wait till you have a solid E and no arrows shooting out. Once you have that, you go down to your tools and press sync worksheet. Now it could take a couple minutes for it to sync. All right, once your list of cells downloads, you can go scroll up and down and select the cell that you were assigned. The cell number will be over here on the left side. I'm going to go into 811, and then you press the download button, and it could take a minute for it to download. And once your cell downloads, you'll have a list of addresses. You'll be able to move this little bar across the top, which I'm going to have a little problem doing, to, if you can't see, there we go. If you can't see the numbers or the address or whatever, you can move these little bars left and right to make it bigger where you can see the address. So you find the address that you're going to do the either place meter or swap, select it, and then at the top you'll have a little bar that'll turn green and say replace. So, or it may also say new or something like that, but anyway, you click that little green button, and here you got to make a choice. If you're going to remove the meter and not put one back, you would hit remove. If this was a brand new service, it would have a new button here, but because it thinks there's already a meter here or knows there's already a meter, it's going to be exchange. So we're going to select exchange. Okay, it's going to give you the if it has an AMI meter, it's going to give you the old meter ID and the old meter serial number. If it's not an AMI, it's just going to have old meter serial number. Here you'll need to enter the read. Okay, and press next. Now it'll ask if for some reason it doesn't think the reading's right. It's going to ask you if you want to read it again. Just if you're right, then just select no. Then it'll move on through. This is probably the most important screen in all of this. All of the meters that we're installing are going to be the Mueller Systems SSR EXT. Make sure to select that. Next, it's very important to get the right multiplier. All AMI meters are going to be 0.01 multiplier, and all are going to be cubic feet. The only other thing you have to watch on this screen is your size. If you have to select what size it is. Once all of this is set up, on your first install, if you're just installing 5/8, once I hit next here, on the next install, as long as you don't turn the handheld off, it's going to keep all that information. You don't have to go back to, you don't have to change anything on that screen. Anyway, so once you make it here, the very first thing you're going to have to do is scan the node, which is this little barcode right here. Scanner button on the side, middle button right there. You press that, get your light, and scan it in. You'll have your number. The next two, the serial number, the register serial, and the body serial are going to be the same. Take the sticker off the meter and put 1 at least on the lid. And there we go. 1 in. Whoops. I forgot to change my spot. So I got it in one place. Now I have to put it in. Come on. If you hear that noise, it didn't scan. Come on. Okay. So it doesn't want to scan. This can happen. That barcode is a little messed up. So in this case, and I also accidentally scanned the meter number into the Mueller product ID. So if you do something like that, just back it out with your keyboard and rescan whatever you there. Okay, so now I have the product ID and the register serial number. The body serial number is going to be the same. So since it won't scan it a second time, I'm going to have to manually enter it. So let me do that. 2 2 0 0 0. And this stupid little box gets in your way. 1 0 3 8 5. Now I'm going to hit test, and what's going to happen, it's going to tell me I have to enter it again. So if you manually enter any number, you have to enter it twice. It's just a check that it does to make sure that you've entered the right number. So now I'm going to hit the test button. Okay, I must have messed up. Said my numbers didn't match. So we'll try again. 2 2 1 2 3. Make sure that's right. 1 2 3 1 0 3 8 5. Okay, I gotta enter it again. 2 2 Okay, took it that time. So you hit the test button. All right, and almost every time it's going to come up with this little warning that says the selected hardware does not match. You always hit continue yes. Now here you can check to make sure your multiplier's right. So it's showing you that the register read is 0.38. If you come over to the register, it's reading 0.38. So you know you have the multiplier right. So we hit next. Here you can test the valve if you want. You don't have to open and close it. We have been not doing that. So hit next. Now here is your GPS. You need to have the handheld right over the box and hit retry a couple of times until the number quits jumping, and press next. And here's, if you want to put a node in, you can. Press next. So this just success, all your information below is correct. And finish. All right, so if let's say you found out you've done something wrong, then you see the red button up at the top that says reinstall. You can go back through this process. Or even if you switch to another address, anytime, well, let's just go into one. Let's go into this one. Let's say install. Okay, see that this one, you could either do new or exchange. So if for whatever reason there is no meter, you would do new. If there is a meter, you would hit exchange. We're going to do exchange. So there is an old meter there. And let's just say, uh-oh, I'm at the wrong address. You can hit cancel. And anytime you hit cancel, just hit ignore. It just makes everything go back like nothing happened. So if you ever find yourself at the wrong one, just hit ignore or cancel and then ignore. Or if you found out like you messed up this Powhatan Parkway, you can go back and reinstall it. Now you could do that as long as you have not synced the worksheet back. If you sync the worksheet back, it's done. There's nothing you could do. But anyway, let's say that's all you're going to do for today. You would go to Tools and Sync Worksheet. And that is going to send all your work back to the server. Are you sure you wish to upload it? Yes. So once that's done, it sends it back to the server and your install is complete.